Dating styles based on each zodiac sign for future relationship. Based on the distinctive traits of each sign, the zodiac has various relationship customs. For upcoming relationships, research your zodiac sign's preferred dating approach. Do you place the highest value on loyalty, or are you more willing to join the game? You better believe it. Your ruling planet is responsible for everything, including the kind of person you typically seek romantically and how you feel about commitment. Everyone approaches dating with their own goals in mind. So what, according to astrology, is your zodiac sign's preferred method of courting? Watch to learn more about the details we have summarized below. Aries, fun and spontaneous. Aries, the first sign of the zodiac, is a straightforward and self-aware sign. Since Aries are passionate and easily bored, a fiery, emotional, and heartfelt partnership will work best with their constantly shifting moods. Aries people enjoy being in charge, so it's crucial that their partner understands this and respects them accordingly. A whirlwind of emotions is guaranteed in every partnership with this bold and ambitious sign. Aries is the sign of the conqueror when it comes to relationships. Their bold and passionate spirit comes from the fact that Mars is their governing planet. This zodiac sign is eager to get into partnerships and always takes the initiative. They have a tendency to be very romantic and enthusiastic lovers. In their interactions, authenticity is essential. While they enjoy pursuing their dreams, they won't follow someone who seems unreachable. They favor sincere and simple courtship instead. They can fall out of love just as rapidly, despite how quickly they can fall in love. They always value adventure in their interactions. You want to project a professional but relaxed vibe. Your companion has no idea that it takes you hours to complete that, but it also happens to be one of your greatest joys. Preparing for a meeting is an exercise in personal grooming. When people praise your stylish attire, you'll respond, "What? This outdated item? Who gels with Aries the best?" They are so warm and welcoming that they are kind to everyone. The triumvirate of fire signs, Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo, however, get along well with one another, just like all other elemental groups do. They're all brisk, vivacious, gregarious, and eager to get things done. Taurus, love a flashy date. Tauruses are among the most passionate signs in the zodiac, and they give their all to the people they love. They anticipate that their relationship will last eternally when they fall in love. They place the utmost value on union's consistency, reliability, and honesty. This earth sign is well known for their concrete wishes when it comes to love languages. They enjoy receiving and giving presents, food, closeness, and luxuries. These tangible qualities assist them in feeling grounded within their relationship as well as in expressing their love in bodily ways. Tauruses as a sign prefer committed relationships over transient relationships. They occasionally become a little possessive due to this wish to preserve the beauty of a connection. However, this bull will take a very long time to move on and let go if a relationship does not ultimately work out. Taurians are very similar to their spirit animal, the bull, in that they can be either submissive, eating the cud, and lounging, or they can be all out, code red hooves pounding, nostril flaring, enraged, and storming. However, they tend to be the former, incredibly endearing, easygoing, and aesthetic, into their indulgences and worldly delights. Yes, Taurus star signs are obstinate. That, however, is not inherently a flaw but rather the outcome of their thorough and methodical considerations of everything they come across. Taurians take their time coming to their conclusions and tend to hang on to them. Gemini, love to flirt. You prefer not to consider it a date. You see it more like a therapy appointment where you can convince yourself to stay with the person you're going out with. To be able to enter and serve as their personal savior, you must first identify the individual who is the most broken and set aside some time to demonstrate just how broken they are. However, you never learn because it never works. Gemini, an air sign ruled by Mercury, craves connections that challenge their cerebral capacities. This zodiac sign needs romance to be an adventure that pushes them to learn more about themselves and the world because they are constantly seeking spontaneity and new vistas. It will be crucial for them to find an intellectual match with hobbies similar to their own. They can stir the pot when things get a little boring, though, because they like to add plenty of flavor and flirtation to their seduction. This feisty spirit will stay on their toes if they can find someone who can debate with them and interact with them without being mean-spirited. Curiosity, conversation, cerebral pursuits, and switching gears are what keep Geminis going. They seek out partnerships that will hold their attention and excite them. Geminis are inquisitive and have a wide range of interests, so they won't get married until they've met the right partner. Expect your relationship with a Gemini to be the same because they can be serious and restless while also being extroverted and playful. You prefer to meet new people frequently and avoid making a long-term commitment to anyone. You're all about balancing a number of quick dates or dependable pals with advantages. Unless you find someone who can genuinely test your intelligence, you probably won't get married anytime soon. You flit from one individual to another all the time, but only because you're idly looking for someone who really stands out in the crowd. Cancer, love a corny date. Cancer is not particularly good at making new friends. Your romantic relationships work best when the other person seeks you because you tend to withdraw into your shell when you feel even slightly challenged. Although it may take some time to get to know you, the effort is well worth it. As long as your partner is patient, you'll ultimately get used to them and feel secure enough to let your guard down. You'll soon find yourself settling into a secure pattern once they succeed in tearing down your defenses. Cancer is unquestionably the sign of the zodiac that is the most emotional. In addition to being one of the most sensual and sensitive signs, the water sign seeks out relationships that mentally satisfy them. These individuals seek uplifting and tender union in partnerships, and they frequently progress slowly. Additionally, Cancers are emotional leaders in their personal lives and are hesitant to trust others completely until they are certain of that. This crab's primary love language is affection, though they also value leisure, gifts, and sharing food. They find great fulfillment in domestic relationships because they are constantly striving to create and provide for others. Your dating strategy centers on meeting new people and having fun, in the most stereotypical manner imaginable. When it comes to dating, you prefer to open Dating Manual 101 for advice because you don't want to think about it too much. In actuality, you'd prefer to be at home relaxing with your date while viewing TV. Leo, being showered with compliments. Classy, bougie, ratchet, sassy, temperamental, and nasty are all characteristics of the Leo star sign. Yes, a Leo was mentioned in that conversation. Always in the thick of things, constantly playing out, constantly captivating and irascible. Leos are strong, independent individuals who zealously guard the interests of others. They are the alpha, so they anticipate to be in charge of the group. Nevertheless, they do a good job in the position, making it simpler for them to take charge and run things. We're only here to help the signs of the zodiac. Before you could even inquire, their number was in your phone because you paid a Leo a good, old-fashioned compliment. The quickest route to a Leo's heart is with a few kind words because they enjoy attention to the point where it can be a bit much for them. On a meeting, make sure they're the center of attention to win over a Leo. A fun pub might offer karaoke. Since they appreciate public displays of affection, there is no need to be quiet or reserved when asking a Leo out on a date. You arrive prepared to regale your way through any awkward silence because you are fairly certain that every date you go on will be exciting. You are the star performer in your theatrical dating approach. No one has yet exited the theater, so something must be working for you. Who gets along with Leo the best? Leos are major flirts who treat their admirers' lists with the same care and attention that many of us would give to, say, a work. The Leo flirt takes great pleasure in their ability to open any nut. In fact, the more difficult the crowd, the more obsessed they become. Virgo, you gravitate toward people who need fixing. You enjoy a nice do-it-yourself project, Virgo, and this carries over into your love life. You're constantly trying to improve everything, including your connections. Even though your desire to see everyone succeed is noble, you should exercise caution when pursuing those whom you feel require fixing. It's one thing to support your partner in becoming the finest version of themselves. Picking apart every tiny imperfection is quite another. Think about collaborating with your spouse on a shared endeavor that has an equal impact on you both, such as community service. A Virgo demands perfection from a date, no matter where you go or how you got together. When selecting where to transport a Virgo, don't wait until the last minute to make your plans. Virgos are known for their sharp criticism, so the best way to win them over is to attempt something meditative and spiritual. Remember that not everyone can do downward dog on their first attempt if you're a Virgo choosing where to go on your next date. With whom does Virgo get along? Virgos never lack fans thanks to their attractive, composed exterior and quick wit. They get along well with other earth signs in terms of the element. The Earth sign collective are all of one mind. They like material indulgence, food, drink, sex, shopping, status, more shopping, and generally prefer settled, secure relationships rather than running around town. Although they're not prudes, so Virgo, Taurus and Capricorn are all good in relationships together. Libra, the hottest sparks. You thrive on meet-cutes a la romantic comedies, traditional gallantry, and traditional courtship. You firmly believe in spotting your future significant other's eyes across a crowded room, so you refuse to place your trust in dating apps. Libras yearn for harmony. If you don't find the yin to your yang, you won't stop looking through every crowded train compartment and deserted dive bar. Cooperation, justice, and negotiation are all very important to Libras. They frequently go above and beyond to preserve harmony and peace, so all they want is a good connection. The most important thing in a relationship is making the other person feel content and fulfilled, and they will go to great lengths to achieve this. Be certain you can provide both because dating a Libra entails having important connections and private conversations. Being one of the social signs of the zodiac, Libras appreciate being around people. Libras will feel right at home in a hip cocktail bar with a lively ambiance. Since Venus is their ruling planet, they enjoy being in settings that are stunning, sophisticated, and exquisite. Anything artistic or creative, such as a musical, a poetry reading, or a pop-up art exhibit, would also appeal to this air sign. They'll want to hear your opinion afterward, so pay heed as well. Since Libras are extremely romantic, if the meeting is going well, extend it as much as you can. Offer to decide on the course of action and where to go. They battle to make decisions and frequently consider everyone else's viewpoints. After just one date, they might discover themselves attracted to you. Scorpio, prone to testing your partner. Scorpios who are self-conscious are very protective when it comes to emotional issues. When a potential lover attempts to have a serious conversation with you because you value your emotional privacy, you might become suspicious of their true motivations. Avoid starting a fight with someone just to see how loyal they really are to you. Although showing vulnerability is not your strong trait, once you do, you have a tendency to lock on fiercely. You might be shocked by the emotional depth you elicit in others for someone who can be reserved. Scorpios are all or nothing when it comes to courtship because they are one of the most intense signs of the zodiac. Their affection must be passionate and deep because they are a water sign. They need relationships to rekindle their interests because they see union as a force for renewal and change. A Scorpio needs someone who is prepared to show them extreme levels of love, attention, and resources, so courtship is particularly important to them. Scorpio wishes to make sure they are not settling in this regard because they are always playing for keeps. For them, power also takes the shape of love. But because of the way their feelings can change with the tides, they might find that their relationships occasionally turn into a battleground. Avoid provoking a Scorpio. For them, getting even is a big deal. Additionally, never assume that you will ever truly know them on a deep level. Scorpios are more than glad to analyze you all day long, but they will never allow the spotlight to be shined directly on them. They are very guarded and confidential. Who gets along with Scorpio the best? There is a planetary impact between Aries and Scorpio, but it is Mars, so unless they are on the same team, in which case they are unstoppable, things could go in a different direction, like downward. They can be either the deadliest of foes or the fiercest of allies. Sagittarius, jump at every new opportunity. You are amusing, Sagittarius. Because of your independent spirit and curiosity, you constantly seek out excitement and think that adventure is just around the corner. You frequently reject the idea of putting forth the effort necessary to uphold a committed relationship in favor of continuous excitement and the security of monogamy. But if you can find someone who can keep up with your spirited ways, the two of you will take over the globe. You can be characterized as having a "don't bother me, I'm fantasizing" attitude when it comes to dating. In essence, you want to date, but can you actually do it? You are the one who takes a statue to a dinner party and explains the importance of popping mustard seeds before using them. Your fashion sense is distinctive and frequently misinterpreted. Sagittarians are perpetual travelers who view love as an unending journey. This fire sign needs a passionate, free-spirited romance because it is frequently scared to settle down or be confined. Finding someone who values their independence and interests is essential, as is developing a friendship, trust, and feeling of community. Sagittarians are full of energy and don't mind a little turmoil. They can get right into a passionate relationship or leave someone behind just as quickly. Their ideal partner will be someone who enjoys living on the edge and can provide them with profoundly enlightening cerebral awakenings because of their intense curiosity and need for constant stimulation. Capricorn, ask a lot of questions. All of the earth signs are dependable, realistic, and commitment-focused. They enjoy making plans together and work very hard to maintain a healthy partnership. They excel at collaboration because they enjoy working toward a shared objective. They have a reputation for building enduring partnerships. Capricorns go on meetings with purpose, and they might not be interested in anything that is overly casual or obviously pointless. Since Capricorns are constantly anticipating the future, they might only date individuals they can see themselves spending a lifetime with. They have a strong sense of ambition and may be drawn to partners who share their desire to achieve. Capricorns have lofty standards for themselves, but they might also put this pressure on their partners. Instead of focusing on every single shortcoming of the person they're presently dating, they may need to work on being more sympathetic and understanding of others. Aquarius, dreamy and romantic. In a way, Aquarians make for the best first encounters. They don't pass judgment, they have interesting conversations, and they are never intrusive or annoying. If you're an Aquarius, you're fortunate that going on dates doesn't make you anxious or neurotic. There's no rush. It might be best to arrange dates that appeal to the flighty and romantic tendencies of the normal Aquarius. Instead of forcing them to sit through a boring dinner or lock them in a movie, try stimulating their mind and their ideas with something a little more adventurous. Given that Aquarius is regarded as the philanthropist of the zodiac, volunteering would obviously make a fantastic first date activity. Aquarians have a passion for the greater good. Your date will find significance in activities like dog walking or volunteering at a soup kitchen. They'll value being around someone who shares their passion for a cause. Being air signs, they also take pleasure in activities that invigorate their minds. So attend a technology lecture or a book launch. Start with a meet-up at a coffee establishment or another casual setting if you want to get to know them better. On the initial meetings, don't anticipate much romance. For Aquarius, making relationships is much more crucial than anything else. Pisces, want an epic love story. Relationships with people born under this water sign are frequently easy because they are among the most forgiving people. Pisces are amiable and selfless, so they frequently offer more to relationships than they receive. They are great friends and partners because they are always willing to listen and adore without conditions. If you are dating a Pisces, make sure you adore them with the same fervor that they love you. The element of romance is very powerful with the water signs, and this couple will have a natural understanding of one another. Relationships are built on taking care of one another and forging a deep emotional bond. They enjoy making recollections and talking about their feelings. The Pisces man often makes poor decisions because he makes decisions with his heart rather than his brain. It is simple to understand why he might wind up in relationships that are simply not working when you consider the reality that he detests conflict. He rarely initiates conversation, but because he believes that having a bad partner is preferable to being alone, he will often wind up with one. In his make-believe universe, love triumphs over all, and with the right individual, all of his fantasies may come true. He's a traditional lover who prefers to move slowly, so be gentle with him. That being said, the male Pisces goes head over heels in love. Respect your relationship and observe how it progresses. Love will happen if it's intended to. Recognize his desire to assist others and take action with him. Show that you are also kind with your time and skills.